And as some districts continue to push back on mask mandates, tragedy strikes a local elementary school. A student has died after a battle with COVID-19. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Brian Blakely.
And I'm Alicia Barnes. Well, CMS officials tell us that that student went to Stoney Creek Elementary School, and that's where we find Fox 46's Ryan Kruger tonight.
Ryan, this child's death comes at a time when hospitals are seeing more and more kids get sick with COVID.
Yeah, that's right. Two leading pediatricians told me that what they are seeing right now in hospitals is very concerning to them. More and more kids are winding up in hospitals and the ICU with COVID-19. The Stoney Creek Cardinals are mourning the loss of a classmate. The student's death from COVID-19 comes at a time when doctors are warning about alarming numbers of kids ending up in the hospital.
We are seeing significantly higher numbers than we've ever seen of pediatric patients getting admitted.
Dr. Solange Benjamin with Atrium Health says the Delta variant has changed the game. While kids made up just a fraction of all COVID cases at the beginning of the pandemic, now kids under 17 account for nearly a third of all cases nationwide.
What's incredibly alarming is most of these patients don't have any underlying conditions previously. So you can't assume that your child's healthy, so they're not going to be at risk for this.
We don't know if the Stoney Creek student had any sort of underlying conditions, but Dr. Amina Ahmed with Atrium tells me the latest surge that they're seeing is kids who have recovered from COVID but are now showing signs of what's called MIS-C, or multi-system inflammatory syndrome. That's a disease where different body parts become inflamed, including the heart and other organs.
And these are kids that may not have had major infection with COVID-19, but 2 to 4 weeks later will present with severe disease.
Now, those two doctors say once vaccines are approved for kids under 17, that should help in cutting down with the pandemic. But, you know, the Pfizer is actually trying to get authorization for vaccines for kids ages 5 to 11. They have submitted the paperwork trying to get emergency authorization. But at this time, it could still be several months, some months, until shots can actually go into those kids' arms. We're live tonight in Charlotte. Ryan Kruger, Fox 46.
Ryan, thank you so much for that update. Let's talk about the numbers now. Tonight, thousands of new COVID cases continue to pop up in the Carolinas. In North Carolina, the state has seen more than 4,700 new cases in the past 24 hours. Right now, almost 3,000 people remain hospitalized with the virus. And in South Carolina, state health officials say they've seen more than 1,500 new cases in the last day. And at last check, more than 1,800 South Carolinians remain in the hospital with the virus, including more than 350 on ventilators.